What if I told you that policies and procedures weren't enough to protect your business from a $20 million lawsuit? Welcome to this installment of Workplace Riptides Wednesday. Let's get going. So I want to start with defining what a workplace riptide is, but before I even get into that, I want you to picture this, okay? You're a business owner and you have poured an incredible amount of time, energy, and resources into your business, but not just your business, the compliance side of things, specifically the employment law compliance. You educate yourself on the law, you implement state-of-the-art timekeeping and payroll systems, your written policies are in place. Maybe you even bring in an HR person. I mean, you do the work on the front end to make sure all of that is in place. So then months or perhaps years go by, operations are running smoothly. There's an occasional dust up, but nothing crazy. And then one day an employee leaves. Let's say they resign. You wish them well, give them their last paycheck. You say, hey, I loved having you here. If you need a recommendation, just give me a call. So you think things are smooth, but then months and years go by, and the next thing you know, you are served with a lawsuit, a class action lawsuit that not only names your company, but names you as an individual under 558.1 of the California Labor Code. You're in shock. You're throwing your hands up. You're saying, this is just frivolous BS nonsense. There is no way there is any merit to this. That is, until you engage a defense lawyer and you have the defense lawyer go through 4 years worth of time records, payroll records, personnel files, and your written policies. And only at that point do you realize that something was bubbling under the surface. It was an issue that was there, but you didn't know it was there, and it was building up over time. Folks, that is the riptide, a workplace issue that's under the surface, and over time, it pulls your business deeper and deeper into the water of high exposure litigation. And unfortunately, in many cases, you do not realize what went wrong until you're already hit with the lawsuit. So how can you go about protecting your business from these workplace riptides? Well, disclaimer, this isn't legal advice, but frankly, what I'm about to share with you has little, if anything, to do with the legal side of things. Because here's the truth. If you're aware of the issue, or you have an inkling that something may be off, and you act on that, in that you call a defense lawyer or look for a defense lawyer, it's highly likely that you're going to find a competent defense lawyer to come in and help you out with the issue. A workplace riptide, by definition, is under the surface. It's out of sight. So the name of the game is creating an environment where that issue comes to your attention so you can address it, to where you can make your employees whole. Even if they don't even think that they should be made whole, like some super technical issue. But as far as you're concerned and as far as the law is concerned, they are made whole. And one of the only ways to do this is to adopt the mindset that your employees are partners in your compliance efforts. You need to create an environment where they are so engaged and so connected with what you do, and conversely, you are so connected and engaged into what they do, that you and your employees see their interests as almost one and the same, thereby incentivizing them to report these issues to you, knowing that you will make them whole. Without retaliation, without reprisal, just a clear path. That's where you need to get it. Because if you can get your environment, your workplace culture, whatever you want to call it, if you can get it there, then you have this open flow where those issues come up to the surface, thereby decreasing the likelihood of that riptide issue building up over time. Here's another way of looking at this. When you create policies, procedures, and systems, all of that is done at what I call the leadership layer. And within the leadership layer, you have management, HR, etc. To demonstrate compliance, all of that stuff needs to reach the employee layer. Now, to the extent there is any disconnection between the employee layer and the leadership layer, you're not going to be able to demonstrate compliance. So that is where alignment comes in, because alignment by definition connects those two layers. And when those two layers are connected, you're in a situation where it's highly likely that those issues that occur in the employee layer now rise to the employer layer in order for you to address them. Now, in next week's installment, I'm going to start to go over my top 5 workplace riptides. I call them flags because at the beach, when you see that flag, you know to stay away from that water. Till next time, take care.